Hi guys, it's me, Jenny. Today I'm not talking about weight loss or anything like that. Today I'm talking about something that a lot of people don't want to talk about or don't like to talk about. Today I'm talking about my bipolar disorder. So, basically, I've been in and out of therapy since I was 8. And, they misdiagnosed me when I was younger. They said I was a manic depressive. And it wasn't until my mid-20s that they figured out that I was bipolar, severe mood swings, and I had anxiety. I've done good with my meds, you know. There are times where I don't need it and I'm good off of it, and there are times where I have flare-ups and I need to be back on my medication. The good part about me is that I know when I'm about to have a flare-up, I start to feel certain things, start snapping at people, the irritability. I get tired, start fights easily, my rage flares up really, really fast. I haven't been on medication since I got pregnant with my son, so it's been about 3 years since I've been on medication. And my bipolar disorder started flaring up again. It basically got to the point where, I mean, I'm in a new state, so it's not like I could go see my doctor and say, hey, I need to get back on my meds. Like, I have to be reevaluated and everything. And, I mean, it's been gradually coming back. I've been this way for about a month now. I do have my appointment. It'll be here next week. So hopefully they'll be able to put me back on my meds next week. I've kind of had to isolate myself a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. But as of late, it's been really, really bad. I was snapping at my husband and the kids, and yesterday I actually got into a little tiff with them. Their bickering gives me a headache like that. Any little bit of noise, like I just want to stay in my room. I don't want to be bothered. You know, I mean, I try to act as normal as I possibly can. You know, I talk to people like my friends and my relatives and stuff. But to be around other people right now, it's a little hard. I mean, I go places because I have to. You know, I don't want my kids suffering, so I go outside. I try to do things with them. But it was up to me, I would stay home and not do anything until I had my appointment, because I don't want to fight with anybody. I fight, you know, a lot to keep everything in check, and it's so hard when you're living with bipolar disorder. I mean, everybody has it differently. Everything is different with other people, but this is mine. This is my story. You know, it's bad. It gets really bad. You know, my kids shouldn't have to deal with it, and it hurts a lot that, I have to put a little bit of distance between us, or I have to tell them, you know, mommy's bipolar disorder is acting up, so if I start seeming cranky or I snap at you, it's not really you, it's me. And they shouldn't have to deal with this, you know. But I fight so that way I'm not snapping at them. And it just, sometimes it happens. Like yesterday we were in the car and Jojo and AJ were just going at it and going at it and going at it, and I couldn't help it. And I just snapped at them. I was like, oh my God, cursing and everything. And I know I shouldn't, because AJ's at the point where he repeating everything. It's like, oh my God, just shut the fuck up already. Just stop. That, the whole drive, I had to just, I was like this the whole drive. You know, and I was just like, I was a mess. I had a headache. I didn't want to speak. I was cranky. I was a mess. Nothing seemed perfect. Nothing seemed, I mean, things aren't perfect. Nothing seemed right. Nothing seemed to have been going the way I wanted to, you know. You know, on top of everything else, you know, I was just slammed back and forth with fucking, sorry, I'm cursing, with bad news left and right these past couple of days. You know, two of my best friends going through situations that they really shouldn't be going through right now. It's not my place, you know, to speak about it. But, you know, I was talking to them and I was there for them. And one of my best friends, she makes me laugh. Her name is Nicole. She tells me, you know, you're so raw. And when I'm in my mood and I'm having when my bipolar's flared up, I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna lie. Don't ask me to give you an opinion. Don't ask me for certain things, because I just bluntly blurt things out and it's just as raw as can be. I have no filter. Even though, like, I have somewhat of a filter when it's not flared up, but I'm as blunt as I can be. But I put a cap on it for, you know, for people's feelings. You know, sometimes if you're just constantly repeating yourself to people, I kind of take the cap off and I just, this is how it is, and I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but blah blah blah. When my bipolar disorder is flared up, there's no I'm sorry. There's listen and da 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 da, and I don't give a fuck. But yeah, like, you know, I've made my kids cry because of my bluntness sometimes, you know, when I'm in this state. And, you know, I have to go and grab them and hug them and apologize left and right. You know, I really need to get on my medication. You know, living with this, it's a disease. It's not, you know, people joke, oh, you know, PMS. No, sometimes stop joking about it. This is a seriousness. You know, a lot of people live with bipolar disorder. There's some people out there that live with it and don't even know it. And they just refuse to get help. You know, I know people who've lost people in their lives because of it. I've lost people in my life because of it, you know. Because of how nasty my attitude can be when it's flared up. It's just ridiculous. And yes, it is hereditary. You know, I know one of my daughters has it, and she's gonna be getting help for it. You know, Abel, my husband, has a touch of it. I mean, it's just something that we live with. You know, everybody handles their situation differently, and I want to be better for my kids. You know, I hate feeling tired and sluggish, and I start beating up on myself, you know, telling myself that I'm useless. You know, look at you. You can't go to work, you know. Look at you. Your knees are always hurting you. Your back is always hurting you. You know. Oh, if you would have done the surgery sooner, you wouldn't be this way. And if you would have lost the weight when you had the chance, and before you had to have your gallbladder surgery, or before you came out pregnant with your son, and I really do. I am my worst enemy, you know. I beat myself up all the time due to this disease, and I don't want anybody to sit here and feel bad for me or tell me, oh, well, you need to get help. Listen, I already know my situation. I know I need help. I'm getting the help that I need. You know, like, I thank God I have supportive people around me that have been through this situation with me before. And they already know. They already see the signs, or I give them a heads up. Listen, just bear with me. They'll know that when I get snappy or when I say certain things, they be like, we're going to talk to you later. Before. And we switch the subject, or we hang up. Or we'll stop texting. Or I know I have to stop texting because just certain things, you know. I know I have to end the call before things get out of hand. Or I know I have to walk away before things get out of hand. Like, these are just things you know. Well, I know. Other people might not be aware of it. Like I said, everybody's bipolar disorder is different. Mine has to do with my mood swings, my rage, my anger. It's just not cool. You know, and I really don't, I have no reason to be depressed, you know, but I do get a touch of depression. And right now, I guess it's more because of my situation that I'm in. Because of the fact that, you know, I was so sick for so long. And, you know, it's now that the weight is coming off. And what you got in your mouth? Thank you.
Bye. How do you...
He's so cute. I forgot what I was saying. Anyway. They're the reason why I fight to get better. They're the reason why I fight with what I have, and the reason why I say screw it, put me on meds. Because I need to be better for my kids. They make me strive to be a better person, to be a better mom. You know. Like I said, if it wasn't for my support system, I honestly don't know what I would do. You know. I love my family to pieces, and if I lost them for any reason, I don't even want to think about it. I really don't.
No, I meant to right there that you just took.
Stop fighting! You know, anyway. Living with this disease, it really does suck. You know, it hinders you in a lot of ways. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. That's why, you know, I'm making this video. Because I'm self-aware. You know, I want other people to be self-aware. You know, in case you're hurting yourself or those that you love and you may not even know it. Google it. You know, you might be misdiagnosed. You know, if a doctor tells you, oh, well, you have such and such. Go for a second opinion. Go for a third opinion. Start to Google your symptoms. I know you're not a doctor, but at least so that way you can be tested correctly. You know. One of my friends had mentioned to me, and it just so happens it was a friend that I lost, had mentioned to me about bipolar disorder. She was like, oh, you know, you should check to see if that's what you have. And I said, screw it. I went and I got checked. And turns out I had it. And I've had it for such a long time. I was only being treated for depression, and all this time it wasn't just that. It was my mood swings that were the cause of everything. That's what needed to be treated. The severe savagery of my mood swings. My anxiety. You know? It wasn't depression. Write down what you're experiencing. Keep a journal if you have to. I don't keep a journal anymore, but I used to. I guess you guys are my journal. Just playing. But for today you guys are. Write a journal. Go back and reread things. Write down your symptoms. Go back and look at it. Study, research, you know. The worst thing that anybody can be is misdiagnosed. You know, especially if you have kids, you always want to be your best self. You always want to put your best foot forward and be better for your kids, be better for your spouse, be better for yourself. You know, I know if I'm not good, they're not good. And ain't nobody gonna do my job better than me. My world revolves around my kids and my family. And nobody's gonna love them the way that I love them. Nobody's gonna care for them the way I care for them. Just like you. Nobody's gonna love your family and love you more than you. Nobody's gonna care for them and for yourself more than you or better than you. You're not quitting. You're not broken if you go get help. It's stating that there is an issue. You're fighting it, and you're going to get better. That's what it is. You don't have to be on medication your whole life. You know, there are techniques and other ways to deal with things, and you learn these things. This is why I've been able to last so long without my meds, you know. And then, of course, we made our move, and certain things trigger, you know. I didn't think the move was going to be a trigger, and it was. It was a big trigger for me, apparently. But I will be getting better. I have my appointment set. And I'm doing this for myself and for my kids and my husband. Living with this is not fun. It's not something anybody should have to do, but if you do, make sure you're treated correctly for it. Make sure you're on the right medications. You know, people have lost their lives because they were on the wrong medications or because they were misdiagnosed. Just food for thought, guys. Just putting it out there. Alright, my darlings, enough with the doom and gloom video today. This is the end of the vlog for today. I'm sorry if you're new to my channel and this is the first video that you see. My name is Jenny. My videos aren't always like this. But I do talk about real topics and real things. Hit the subscribe button, hit the comment bell, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. Let me know how you felt about me making this video. Anyway, try to have yourselves a good day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And hopefully by the time another video comes up, maybe I'll be better and it'll be more of a regular video instead of such a blech video. But until then, I will speak to you guys again soon. I love you all.